Now that you've received your shipments for remote calibration, please do not open the boxes until contacted by Intoxilock to set up and begin using the device. Each of these boxes contain important pieces to make remote calibration work within your facility. Now let's see what's in each of your shipments. First is the station box. In the station box, you'll have a couple different pieces. First, the station. Additionally, you'll have a white box which has the power for the station itself, the adapter to provide power to the tablet, and a spare cord in the case you need it for the tablet as well. You'll receive a box full of peripherals needed to do remote calibration. In the peripheral box, you'll receive mouthpieces, a folder with an instructional guide, a power strip, and inventory units. You will also receive red repair labels, which will be discussed later. You will also receive a box with ethanol, which will be used for calibrating the device. To assemble your station, you'll begin by connecting power. The USB port will plug into the second port on the station. The power supply will plug into the first port on the station. The power adapter will plug into the USB cord that comes off of the tablet. To install the gas canister, you'll begin by setting the gas canister into the cradle. Once in the cradle, you will turn clockwise until the gauge on top shows that the gas is connected. Once you've made the connections to the station and installed the tank, you will make the power connections to the power supply. Once connected to the power strip, be sure that it is set to the on position. Once the station is powered, you will see a green light on the back of the USB port. To power the tablet, you will reach in behind the lower right-hand corner and press and hold the button that is in the opening on the mount. Once the station is powered, you will access the device by scrolling up on the screen. The first step will be to connect to your wireless access point. Once you see your access point, you will select it and enter the credentials to get online. Once connected to the internet, enter the password found on the first page of your user's manual on the opening screen. Once the station is loaded, you will be on the main screen for calibration. You'll notice in the lower left-hand corner a real-time gauge showing the gas level for the station. The calibration page is where you will spend most of your time as a service center. Audit mode allows you to see your inventory, station information, as well as the access for a state auditor to inspect your calibration station. If you have a state inspection, the inspector will need to see the information in the center, which shows the information based in the station, as well as purge a gas sample, as you can see on the left-hand side. The inspector would choose how much gas they need to purge and hit start. To refresh the station information, you would hit in the center of the middle box. To see the flow rate for the station, you would hit Get Rate. To see your current inventory, you would click the Get Inventory button. The left-hand column will show you what available inventory you have. The right-hand column shows you what inventory has been marked for repair and needs to be sent back to Intoxilock within 72 hours. The station management screen will show that you are connected to a wireless network and what the strength of the network is. If you click the demo button, this will allow you to have access to see how the unit will actually work with 4 different demonstration options. Now that your station is set up and operational, let's review what a recalibration will entail. The first step will be going to the customer's vehicle, removing their current handheld device, and attempting to start the vehicle. If the vehicle starts, please call our technical support at 877-327-9130. If the vehicle does not start, you will take a brief look for its evidence of tampering and to ensure that tamper seals have been applied on every wiring connection. Once you bring the customer's device into your location, the first step you will do is to log into the Service Center microsite to see if the customer has a transaction. Once in that transaction, you will be able to see if a customer's device has been shipped to them or if you can use the current device you have to recalibrate on the station. There will be a brief transition period where it will be important to make sure whether a customer has had a device shipped to your location or whether you can calibrate their current device. Please utilize the Service Center microsite to see that information. To see what a normal calibration looks like, we will click the Successful Demo button. Once on the demonstration screen, you will load the handheld into the cradle, and the station will see that a handheld has been connected when the circle turns green. When you're ready to begin, please click the Start button. The station will see that the customer's name and customer ID are in the upper left-hand corner, and it will ask you if this is the correct customer. Once you hit Yes, the station will handle all the other steps on its own. The average calibration takes roughly 3 minutes. The station is able to warm up a handheld, but it cannot cool down a handheld. If a handheld is too warm, the station will stop you, and at that point you would need to take the handheld and put it either in a freezer or in front of a fan for a few minutes to cool down the device before beginning. The station will apply all necessary gas samples. Once the station has applied the necessary samples, it will load the state-specific firmware for the customer. Once the calibration is complete, you will see Shipment Successful and a transaction number right below the Process Complete bar. It will also show you which handheld you started with and which handheld you finished with for calibration. If the customer's unit will not calibrate, it is most likely due to one of these scenarios. The customer's unit needs to go to repair, there is no transaction found for this customer, or the customer's handheld will not connect to the station, which will mean you will need to select the customer from the drop-down menu. Examples of these scenarios are found underneath the demonstration button on the tablet. For a repair transaction, once you have the handheld inserted and the station connects to the handheld, you will hit the Start button to begin the demonstration. When you begin the repair transaction, you will see the customer's name and customer ID in the left-hand corner. You will hit Start and it will ask you if this is the correct customer. Once you begin, it will look just like a normal calibration, but midway through the calibration, it will flag the customer's unit for repair. In this situation, once the station tells you that the unit needs to be put into repair, you would take the customer's device, place a red repair label across the top of the device, remove the customer's device, and then insert an inventory unit to continue calibration. If you have a customer's device that will not connect to the station, you would begin by inserting an inventory unit into the station. Once the icon changes to green, you would hit Start. Once you hit Start, the station is going to ask you which customer you'd like to calibrate the device for. Please select the customer and confirm in the right-hand corner. Once you have confirmed the customer, the device will be calibrated automatically. If a customer comes in for calibration but has not created their recalibration transaction, the station will notify you. Once the customer's unit has been inserted and you click Start, the station will notify you that a transaction has not been created. The customer would need to call Intoxilock to create their recalibration transaction. For further information or questions, please contact us at 877-327-9130 and one of our technical support specialists can assist you.